Hi, December 8th, 2009. I'm out in Utah, snow outside, and I want to talk about something. I want to talk about perspective. Um, I know my whole channel was started. It was started because I was pretty frustrated that the Dow was at 13.8 and everybody was saying the economy's fine, and I just knew completely that it wasn't. So that's why, frankly, why I started my things. I was pretty frustrated that people were so clueless. Since then, a lot of things have happened, and a lot of things are yet to happen. And I know sometimes people can perceive what I talk about as being negative or not upbeat or not positive thinking. But as I've said before in previous videos, I think that accepting reality and dealing with it is really positive. It's like, let's say I'm going to go outside and hang out tonight in Utah. If I wear a t-shirt and cutoffs, it's going to get really cold and I could freeze to death. Whereas if I realize that it's going to be maybe 12 degrees outside tonight and I dress accordingly, it's, I can handle it. It'll be fun and it'll be actually a more happy experience for me. Well, that's how I feel about these end times. And my perspective on it is seeing what's coming and then preparing accordingly. It'll be like having a warm coat on when you're preparing for winter. It's just going to be a lot better. And on the other side of this, I really do believe there will be a paradise, gardens growing, people that work together, and no monetary system, sharing. I actually completely believe that. And so a lot of people say, hey, MLT, I know I got a heavy financial background and I love it for whatever reasons. But on the other side of that, there's going to be like a Garden of Eden. Whether you get back to like a song like, Stephen Stills talked about, find our way back to the garden. That's where we're headed. Anyway, with the Southern California thing, I want to talk about this. I picked up this book. Actually, this book, Ultimate Power. I acquired it in Southern California. And I was really impressed when I met Linda West, on YouTube known as Morningmayan. I thought, wow, this entity, whatever you want, female, beautiful woman, is just really full of a lot of light and love, and it just hit me like that. And so I was listening to what she said. We come from very different backgrounds, and I just kind of was listening to her, and she actually gave me this book, and so I started. Oh, that's funny. Some of my bodybuilding supplements there, but I started reading this book, and I read kind of slow, and I just finished it today. But I lent it to somebody, and they just loved it. They didn't even want to part with it. And as I read it, each page, some pages, wow. A note from the heart is recognized throughout the universe as a message from God. I wanted to specifically mention page 40 in this book. Be aware that you're making hundreds of choices, large and small, every day, and that these choices form the blueprint of your future. And so I put true again right there. And I just kept looking at more and more things in this book about frequency, about love, about how things are going. Even Pythagoras and circles and triangles. I just was amazed at a succinct, it was a succinct delivery of truth. I call that firewire transfers to me. And, oh my gosh, I have thousands of books. I love to read. I guess it hit me probably, when I had to kind of try to discern what was true and not. Probably I started reading a lot right around 20 years old. And I've had a chance to read a lot in my life. I love reading. And this book that Linda did, called Ultimate Power, is frankly one of the best books I've ever come across, ever read. So when I get books I really like, I mark them in yellow, because that's how I used to mark scriptures, with yellow, and then I'll write things in the book, and it's going to be part of my primary library, which means if I had to take 30 books and put them in my last day shelter, I would have this book in there. So I just today was reading about, or actually I watched one of her videos, and it talked about time quickening. That's true. Time is quickening, and it will quicken more and more. And that's a concept I've known about for years, and I just saw that in her video, and I thought, wow. What a trip, to use the 70s term. Anyway, I talked to Linda. I said, Linda, you should sell this book. You know, you should. How many do you have? And she said she had like 300. And she, so if you go to either Morning Mayan or I guess morningmayan.com or website, she's selling this book. I told her, I said, yeah, charge 17. She's charging 13 plus whatever shipping and handling. I think it's like $17 or 17.08. But I know this is unusual for me, but I really recommend it. It's going to be part of my survival library. And right now it's already helping me because it talks about choices, about creating your future through thought. So true. So true. I could spend 2 hours just reading things like this. Choose what, oh my gosh. The frequency of love. Do only loving things for yourself and protect yourself from anything or anyone that is low frequency. Interesting, specific advice in this book. It just kind of, wow. I mean, and it talks, nurture your body with exercise, touch, and affection. You must care for your body, the temple of God through which divine work will be done. You know, it's great. Had a great workout. I'm going to have another great workout today. And so, Linda, thank you for putting together this book and delivery. Thanks for selling it at what I think is priceless knowledge at a low price. Anyway, all my subscribers out there, I think the book's great. I would get it. I'm gonna get one for my other daughter too because it's a phenomenal book. Phenomenal book. Part of my top 30 survival library books. Can't say enough about it, but if you read it, I think you'll be blown away and you'll find yourself in tears and in joy and realization. It'll probably hit some deep chords within your own soul that it hits with me, whether from whatever spiritual realm that you've studied or come from. I think it'll hit home. And mine is, I would say, Christian background. It'll hit home. Amazing book. Highly recommended. Rock on, everybody. I'm doing better. And this book has helped me out. Thank you, Morning Mayan. Thank you, Linda. And thank you, George, for getting my little butt down to California so I could even find out about this stuff. Rock on, everybody. Ciao. Let's work out and get ready for the great stuff that's happening.